What is a good YouTube? Butterboy here, back again once again. Today I'm gonna tell you guys a story of how I dated one of my friends who was a guy but then turned into a girl. I don't think I'm allowed to say the word for that. I don't want to get like banned or something because I'm a small YouTuber. Um, anyways, but like yeah, so let's just jump right into it. At my school, me and my friend, let's call him Johnny, right? So me and Johnny, we were chilling, and he ran into me. He's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "I gotta tell you something." I'm like, "Sure, what up?" He told me that he had to move somewhere very far away, and it was like coming up within a week. I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." So like, me and him, we started hanging out. Um, And so I see all this stuff getting packed throughout like the week, and a week came by. He's like, "Hey, I'm sure gonna miss you," and he gave me a hug. I gave him a hug, whatever, and who's gone. So 2 weeks later, right? Me and Johnny, we were best friends. We knew each other very well, and like everything. Um, and this girl came by. She came by, and she introduced herself like over the teacher, or whatever. And the first person she ever came up to was me. And I'm sitting down on the desk. She's like, "Hey." I'm like, "Hey." And she's like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm Anthony. Nice to meet you. What's yours?" Or like, well, she already said her name. Let's call her Shannon, right? So, um, me and Shannon, we started like hit off right off the bat. Not in that way. We were just friends. So we're like, we had a lot of things in common. Just me and Johnny did also. So me and her, we hit it off, and we started talking, right? And like she asked me, I was like, "Hey, you want to be my boyfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So me and her went on a date. We started going out, and like this relationship lasted for like a week or whatever. So like the second week, I remember me going to her house, and her parents wasn't home. They were off working somewhere. It was a different house, right? She, my friend Johnny, moved to a different house. I didn't know that. So she was there, and she what's it called? Sorry, I'm drawing a complete blank right now for some reason. Um she invited me, right? And I went to her room. And her room looked very familiar. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But like we started watching some movies or whatever, and we were started watching movies that me and Johnny used to watch, and we connected like that. I remember at a time, uh like 2 days after that, whatever, we were like cuddling, whatever. She was behind me, um, and her soda was like beside her, and I was on the other. So we were cuddling, kinda, um, and her soda was beside her. It's like, "Hey, are you able? Can you like grab my soda and like give it to me?" And she was closer to it because I was. We were like we locked arms, and legs. And I was kind of on the other side of the bed, right? I'm like, "Why can't you grab it?" I just asked a simple question. And she, no shit, she crawled to me, picked my ass up, and threw me to the wall on the other end of the bed. And I fucking hit that wall. And I'm like, "Jesus Christ, okay, I'm sorry." So I went and grabbed the soda, gave it to her. She drank it all, and then we just cuddled like that. Very, very strong woman, I'd say. Um, and like there was like Sunday, right? Sunday comes around, and she's like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you," and I was like, "Hey, I gotta talk to you too." I know I can't remember what I was gonna tell her, and she told me, "So you know a guy named Johnny, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I used to. He was my best friend." She told me that she was Johnny. Um, I'm like, "What? What do you mean you're Johnny?" And she's like, "I'm Johnny. I'm Johnny that left to this faraway place, whatever." And I'm like, "Huh. Well, if you're Johnny, tell me something that he only knows." And she told me something um about what Johnny only knew during the time. And I'm like, "Holy crap. that's insane. Like, what happened? Like, why did you do this and stuff? And I guess he had a crush on me, right? Um, and he just wanted to see what would happen if me and him got together. Obviously, it kind of worked out. I guess I didn't want to date her anymore. Um, so like, it didn't really work out. But she decided to date every guy at the school. Kinda, she tried to date every guy out of her school, and like the funniest thing that she would do was if they treated her wrong or like didn't like do anything with her or anything like that, they did things, by the way. They did stuff. She would straight up just tell them like, hey, I used to be Johnny, and started telling them about Johnny and like how it happened or whatever, and they did it. And she's like, I will tell your friends too about who I am, and they will all know that you decided to do things with a dude that is a girl now. So she got a lot of payback from a lot of people. Very hilarious. I used to keep in touch with her. I don't keep in touch with her anymore. I don't think I have Snapchat or anything like that, so sucks for me. But anyways, you guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to me. No subscribers still, but that's okay. I don't have an outro, so bye.